Hi, I'm Tom Davies, and we're in Italy this Christmas. In fact, it's Christmas Eve, and we've been visiting our daughter, Michaela, who's been going to school in Viterbo, which is about 70 kilometers from here, and it's a little Etruscan village just about an hour north of Rome. And we're heading up to the lake region to see my wife's relatives for Christmas. But on the way, we wanted to stop and say hi to our good friend Salvatore, who is the owner of Castello delle Serre, this beautiful 1,000-year-old hotel castle. And this is Salvatore, and tell us a little bit about this castle, Sal.
Yeah, I'd love to tell you and whoever may be viewing this.
Sure.
Well, let me start by telling you we are without question in the most beautiful part of Tuscany.
Absolutely.
A region of Tuscany called the Crete Senesi. I don't know if the camera could do justice, but just beyond us, below, because we are at the topmost point of this medieval village called Serre di Rapolano, which takes its name, of course, from the castle Serre, a very ancient fortress. The base on which we stand, we have historical proof that it has been here since 836 AD.
Wow.
Of course, the whole complex is made up of a group of different buildings that date back to the different era. The main castle building that we have with the turret just beyond us is originally from the 1300s, although this has been restored many times throughout the centuries. The last intervention, the major intervention, which took place in the year 1853. And of course, since then, the restoration that we have just completed, when Tom says the proprietor of the castle, actually, I, along with Sattui Winery, are the proprietors of the castle. So the last major intervention that we have done was just 2 years ago, when we completely redid the facade, of course, using all the original materials. And we now operate as a hotel. And I feel honored each year in May when the Sattui Winery puts together this incredible winery.
And we've been doing this for 5 years,
yes,
right?
Yes, yes. Actually, this year is going to be the 6th year.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. And the tour comes, it's composed of 16 members. They're guided by the most incredible human being, this Italian girl.
She's amazing.
Her name is Franca. She's from northern Italy originally. She still has family there. Of course, after the winery tour that goes from Trentino.
Oh, okay, good. I thought she was more Lucca, but no.
No, I think maybe part of her family's from Lucca, but I know she has relatives in Trentino. And she's just like the life of the party. And the 16 members, each year there are 16 members that take part in the winery tour. And of course, today, as wonderful as this is, of course it is Christmas Day, the sky is a little gray, so it loses some of the appeal. But imagine that in the month of May, everything that you see about you is in full bloom. On that gazebo with those marble columns, that's a wisteria. And in May, it just inundates you with not only a beautiful visual effect, but the scent that it emanates from there. It's just something spectacular. Then in the loggia that we have there, this is where we have various events with the wine tour. On the evening of the arrival, we actually prepare a gala dinner with musicians out there. Some of the people like to enjoy a little bit of dancing as well.
Sal, how many nights is the group here?
For a total of 4 nights.
Wow.
And then the other 3 nights, they go on to Assisi.
Which is a beautiful town
Which
as
is
well.
yeah, absolutely.
Well, you know, here's what I'd like to say, is that part of, I think, the big magic of, one, you're in Tuscany, and, there's probably, to me, not a more beautiful place on earth than Tuscany. But, Sal, you really make Castello delle Serre. I mean, you are the castle. And, the experience that people have here is because of your hospitality, your great stories, your love of life, and your willingness to share this little piece of heaven on earth that people, and I know, we've been here, my wife and I and Michaela, I think 5 times, I believe, and we get here, we don't want to leave, because it's just so beautiful, and the experience is so great, and I'm just hoping that, for those that haven't signed up or considering signing up, you should get on this tour, because it's really amazing, and and you're within about 45 minutes of some of the most other historic great places. We talked about Assisi, but there's Pienza, Montepulciano. For those of the great wine lovers, Montalcino. The great Brunellos are only grown, what, maybe 45?
Right there, those hills right over there.
Yeah.
The top hill is Montalcino.
So,
and right there we have
Chianti.
Chianti Classico. Yeah.
See. So it's an amazing place. You have to come see it, and even if you can't make the tour, it'd still be a fun place to come on vacation. And Sal, I've seen you do this for guests too. You put an itinerary together for them.
Oh, absolutely.
So and you almost custom design it to their tastes of the restaurants they might want to go to or some of the sites. And so I think that's what makes this place. Sal, you do a great job here.
Well, thank you for all the complimentary, accolades.
Yeah.
That's really nice. I, in a way, almost in a humble manner, I think I have to agree with you, simply because of the reaction that we get from the guests. And it seems that the overall feel of people leaving here is that no matter how much they may have traveled, no matter how many five-star properties people may have stayed at, the basic essence of their experience here is once they leave, they feel they have come and stayed at a friend's home. Right. And I think that's what makes this special.
And just like last night, we were up to the wee hours of the morning and had the typical Italian dinner.
He made me drink a little bit too much wine.
Which is about 4 hours long and probably 2 more bottles than we should have consumed. But again, it's part of that magic of experiencing and you have a lot of the little townspeople that help out here, and we've met some of these great ladies that help you, and often your son is here, and now your daughter Katerina is here helping you, and so it's a real family affair. It's really personable. It's something you just wouldn't find if you go to a hotel in Rome or a hotel in Florence. Sure, they're beautiful, but they lack something. They just don't have that family feel, or it's just different.
Yes. I had a young client, a professional, who came here and stayed with his family from the most unusual of places. Unusual in the sense that I don't get too many clients, from Latvia. And he went back and he wrote this incredible letter, which is one of the most touching that I have ever had in this experience as a hotelier or as just dealing with guests. And he said the issue and the warmth that was emanated, he said, because it's one thing to go to a five-star resort and obtain from the wonderful staff who is proper, who is polite, what I call professional smiles. And it's another thing to obtain what we got from you and your son, a genuine warmth of the individual.
Right.
He said, so it was a wonderful experience.
And then, we haven't even talked about how beautiful the rooms are. Oh. Just down the hill, in fact, I think one day I walked down, there's a beautiful travertine mine.
Yes.
And so in the rooms you have marble, travertine. It's, when you talk first class, it really is 5-star. And just this morning, as we're taking a bath, I'm looking just at this bathroom. I mean, it's just gorgeous.
Yeah, in terms of restructuring it, I have not wanted to share in expenses, and because the place, its soul is something one of a kind, so unique, so special from a historical point of view, from an architectural point of view, from where it's positioned. So I could not, it would have been like dressing the most beautiful woman in the world on her wedding day with not the most beautiful wedding gown. So it would not have been possible to do it any other way.
Well, Salvatore, I'm so glad that we got a chance to see
Tom,
you.
how good it is always to have you.
And
and your lovely wife, Cara, who is taking
that's
this.
right, our camera woman today. And again, Buon Natale, Merry Christmas, and hope to see you all here in Italy, and of course at the Sattui Winery.
Buon Natale to all of you, and I wait for you on the winery tour. If you can't make that, then sometime on your own.
Okay.
We look forward to having you.
All right.
Arrivederci.